Going to UCSB in the fall. Very excited to see his progress. He's a great public speaker already, Mr. Shad Betar.
Have you ever experienced something so surreal that you find it almost impossible to describe to other people? In the weeks leading up to my 18th birthday, I wanted to do something special. Not like any other birthday. Although I could buy a lottery ticket or open a bank account or sue someone, I wanted to do something more. So I settled on skydiving. Now, I don't know if you can relate, but asking friends to skydive with you is not the easiest thing to do. I asked one of my friends, who's David, I asked him, "Hey David, let's go skydiving together." And he said, "Shad, I don't go on roller coasters at Knott's Berry Farm." However, I was able to get a group chat together of around 20 people. Out of those 20, 3 people were crazy enough to do it with me. So these friends of mine, their names were JP, Kyle, and Taylor. This is for reference later in the story. So I went online to go jump Oceanside, which is the skydiving center. It's the only skydiving center in Southern California with a view of the Pacific Ocean, which is what I wanted. And I reserved my slot there. And as I got that digital receipt, I realized, and it sunk in, man, I'm doing this. There's no backing out now. I spent hundreds of dollars. So me and my friends go that Friday down to Oceanside, and we wait around an hour. Then our instructors come up, and they tell us what to do. The procedure for when you're on the edge of the plane. The important key things they taught us. You have to have your legs, both of them, like a scorpion, glued to the bottom of the plane so that your soles are basically touching the bottom. And you have to have your head basically all the way back like this to prevent whiplash. And then she also mentioned, my instructor mentioned, to make sure to grip my rig tightly. I said, okay. The whole process took 10 minutes. I figured it would be a longer training session. So, a little bit unnerving there. But as we got onto the plane, and my friend JP was the most nervous one out of this whole thing, he was saying, "Shad, why are you making me do this? I don't know what I'm doing." Of course, with his luck, the instructors made him go as the first time.
Oh no.
And they had the window open the entire time. He's sitting right next to the window, or the door actually, it's a full-on door. As we're reaching and ascending 13,000 feet, I can watch JP's eyes glued to the ocean, not moving. I can just see his fear. And for me, I'm confident, I'm trying to act like a macho kid, you know, this is my thing, yeah guys, we're gonna skydive. We get closer to 13,000 feet. And there's a stoplight, similar to that one. Red is 2 minutes till jump, yellow is 30 seconds, and green is the jump. I look and it's a yellow, and before I know it, it's a green. Then I see JP's instructor moving towards the edge. He puts his legs to the bottom of the plane, arcs his head back, and before you know it, I see my friend JP falling down towards the ground. In that moment, although I was pretending to be the confident young man before, it was all gone. The air was sucked out of my body. And it was so much so that my instructor, after we had finished the jump, told me that she could feel my stomach suddenly flatten. We got near towards the edge. My instructor put me on there. I realized my legs were now dangling 13,000 feet in the air. I could barely breathe because of the wind rushing into my face. As my instructor slowly rocked back, it's 4 rocks. 1, 2, 3. I noticed the 4th rock, I was going to be outside. She rocks me forward, free fall. The first thing I noticed was how loud it is. The closest thing I can reference to you is if you got all your windows down in your car and drove 120 miles on the freeway, 120 miles an hour, that's how fast we're going. I also noticed how hard it was to breathe. In addition to it being 100 degrees that day in Southern California, the wind was also rushing my face in such a high speed that I couldn't process it, I couldn't absorb it in my mouth or my nose. But the third thing, pure weightlessness. That feeling of weightlessness. It's that feeling I can't describe, but it's that feeling where it's like you're flying. You're not falling, you're flying through the air, thousands and thousands of feet above the ground. And although my chute pulled around 1 minute in, and I didn't find it that unpleasant, but my friend Teva, who had the strap rigged around his belt area, said it was a little painful for him at one point. But for me, it was really not that unpleasant. Then, for the next 5 minutes, my instructor allowed me to pull the handles to turn the parachute as I slowly gazed across the horizon. Cars looked like ants, buildings looked like pebbles. Something so big in person looked like something so small from up there. As I got to the ground in my slow ascent, I realized that it was something that, although I tried my hardest to explain and try to tell you what it was like here, it's something that you really truly have to do yourself to find out what it was like. Back to you, Joe.